What are they? So, in short, I got convinced to commit to writing a paper. There we go, the research hierarchy. Um, I would be smart to do it now, so we'll be doing it in 8.5 months. Why? Because just arbitrarily good time where approximately will be able to finish most of my important projects if I work 14 hours a day, which I'm absolutely forced to, otherwise I would just out of all the deadlines. And then first half of 25, I am writing a research paper and trying to get it published in a high level journal. Uh, so talk to Martin. That's what he said I should do, and this is definitely a perspective I haven't been valuing sufficiently high. I don't think I would have done it otherwise, but this is definitely a skill that is incredibly important and I do not currently have, so the return on it is going to be huge. Just like I'm going to be able to improve this faster, and this is also one of the fundamental skills in what I'm doing. So this is going to be very difficult, very challenging. I'm going to burn out multiple times, but this is very exciting. The future's bright. Yeah, I absolutely. I mean, writing the paper. Yeah. Thank you, Martin. Other than that, great day. I mean, last few days I kind of been a bit slacking, partly because of the like flu, but this is no excuse. And today it was really great. Like I did some serious work. I feel great. I always forget how much better I feel when I'm doing something actually important. And just higher clarity of mind, which is not noticeable by my speech, but I've used most of my mental power, which is great. The only important part thing is to not let anything leave anything in the tank, and today certainly did not. So that is great. Um, Also, another thing for enforcing correct behaviors, which are often difficult and non-rewarding by their nature, at least immediately, like programming, especially when doing something like long large project where you don't see things moving on the screen immediately, because when you start it's fun. You make some game, it's something like jumps on the screen, it's all fun, and you are reinforced like every 5 minutes, or doing sites, whatever. This is simple because you have very 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 fast feedback loop on everything doing. Here it's not the case, so you need to figure out a way to continuously reinforce it, and there are many like neurobiological whatever tools which increase it, but which are not, which are kind of difficult to track. Like you can state that you're on the right track, like keep in the mind that you're on the right track. You can keep in the mind that when you refocus the attention, you train the according circuits, focus circuits, which is true, and but then you have to like kind of remember that and come back to that, and so we're talking about optimizing the state of mind, which is very or not very stable, not robust, and these are all good and things which generally should be done, but there's a very very low hanging fruit, which actually most high performance are implementing, but not necessarily consciously. So most of us are utilizing caffeine daily, and if you just switch it so you only intake caffeine while you're doing the most difficult task of the day, difficult and long task, which is kind of translated through the days, so you learn the correlation, then this is chemical reward, immediate reward for just sticking with it. So figure out how it should be done. It could be done just with intervals. Very the caffeine is great because the body notices a very small amount of it. If you add a bunch of caffeine dust on a whatever, I don't know, like beans. I think there was some studies. I don't remember. It might have been with beans, might be with something else. But they gave different like bowls of the same thing to people and asked to choose, and the one with caffeine like consistently was chosen, even though the caffeine was like 0.01 potentially percent of the thing. Like it's not possible to the taste, but the mind still understands there is caffeine and feeds the addiction. No, there is positive reinforcement for consuming it. So the same thing here. You don't have to be getting a lot into the system. Very little amount will trigger the same kind of response. So I've been kind of utilizing this today, and I've been utilizing this a lot before too. And this is something that, at least for me, works very well because this is a physical, chemical reinforcement for just sticking the thing. The most important thing is to not consume the caffeine when you're not working. So then, because here there is no intrinsic reward which is shoved at you. Like if you open whatever the people using the Instagram, the TikToks, the YouTubes, the reward is shoved at you. Like everyone trying to reinforce you towards continuing this behavior, which is not the same when you have very deep, very long, difficult work, right? And so you can introduce yourself. This is very well, just levels the playing field, and with that it takes so much less willpower to not even force, but to just kind of direct yourself to working on hard things, because again, it just levels the playing field. So that's great. I hope not to forget, not hope, because right now I have a system which I might do like a read on later. Don't feel like it right now, but I basically, because before, again, look, I had this habit going sometime before, but I just stopped doing it because it was like working great, but then the habit developed. And at some point I stopped, but the results continued for like 1 or 2 months after. Right, so it's really difficult to catch the moment where I should get back. The same with like cycles on practically everything. Like even if you look at like empires over hundreds of years, this is the same thing happening. Anyways, right now I have implemented the system with not only writing it down, but having to input it daily. So daily I input whether I have been taking the caffeine only while working or not, which I added like yesterday. So this is great. This is great that I have this system, and this means that for as long as I'm using the system, all the things which I've entered in it in such manner are going to stay with me. So I cannot recommend to do the same more. This is incredibly valuable. Really helps you. And for the ways you can intake, it doesn't really matter. Like there are a few things which you need to keep in mind. Firstly, the caffeine shouldn't be taken within 8 hours before sleep because it distorts rhythms. Then in the perfect world, neither within 12 hours before sleep. So the perfect hours for caffeine intake are between 14 and 12 hours before sleep. So wake up plus 2 to wake up plus 4. Given you have 8-hour sleep cycles, which you should. also first 2 hours of the day you could take caffeine, but then you'd have the crash in the evening before the sleep time, and it's kind of not optimal. But you could, like, it's less bad to take caffeine in the first 2 hours of the day than closer to the end of it. That's one, and then the two. It's better to obviously get exponentially, maybe not exponentially, maybe actually linearly decrease the dose as the day progresses, again for the same reasons. Um, and then on when, normally I've been just doing like equal time intervals, but you could do also on frustration, like when you hit a point of frustration, you also make it a point to reinforce that, because, well, normally if you like reach frustration, you're working something difficult enough for it to happen. And so in general, if you're taking the expectation of having that or not having that, this is something that is good to reinforce in general. And then in the moment, it also keeps you teaches you to kind of keep for it. But this is like optimization, it doesn't matter. I think just getting in general outline of it right is good. Anyways, a lot of interesting stuff. Method, like, I don't have enough data to uh, be sure that inputting and tracking things in such manner is good. But so far I have few similar entries which I made in the system, which I'm tracking daily, and like into which I'm manually inputting information again on a daily basis. And so far it's been working like great for every single thing. So hopefully it continues. And if not, I've just got to do like a crazier thing, and I'll figure a way to ensure that every habit and thing like that that I pick up and which proves to be effective stays with me forever. Because compound effect would be insane. So that is it for me. I see you tomorrow.